Hi, today we're going to learn about law of sine, and in this section I will find missing side lengths and missing angles using the law of sine. I will also find two triangles using the law of sine, and finally I will find the area of an oblique triangle. Okay. So law of sine only applies to oblique triangles. It does not apply to right triangles. I tried doing that with a right triangle and it wouldn't work. So it's pretty simple. The law of sine is just either you need a side length or angle. So you don't really need all three sides. You only actually need two. Like I think you're good with this one. So if you only have like this part, you're good. So you just need a leg, side length and an angle, and you need to have one unknown. So one unknown. If you have two unknowns, the law of sine will not work. And you can actually flip it. You can actually do side angle and then side length. Okay, so that's pretty much law of sine. And then we're going to learn about area of an oblique triangle. So here are the three formulas of an oblique triangle. And yeah, oblique is not the same thing as 90 right triangles. So this does not apply to right triangles. So area equals 1/2 b times c times sine of a, or it could be area equals 1/2 ab sine of c, and area equals 1/2 ac sine of b. So let's start with example one. So example one's for the triangle. I just drew the triangle. We have a c of 102. Wait, yes, I forgot. Okay, so c has an angle of 102.3. I did not write that, so here's angle c. So that's 102.3 degrees. And angle B has 28.7 degrees. And notice that our legs are always lowercase, so B equals 27.4 feet. Find the remaining angles inside. So before we do this, I think the easiest thing we can do is find the missing angle A, right? Okay, so it's easy to find the missing angles if you have two other known angles, and it doesn't matter if it's oblique or right triangle, all triangles should add up to 180. So to find angle A, you could just do, you can say angle A plus 102.3 plus 28.7 equals 180. So when you add them up, what do we get? So let's get my calculator. So 102.3 plus 28.7 is 131. So it's going to be angle A plus 131 equals 180. Then subtract 131. (180 minus 131 is 49 degrees. So we can say angle A is 49 degrees. And what else? So now we just need to find the missing leg A and C. So let's use the law of sine. So what could I use? There's many ways you could do this. One way you could say sine of B. So sine of B has an angle. Angle B has a angle of 28.7 degrees, right? Over, and then it's a side length. So angle B goes with side length, lowercase b, right? That's very important. You can't just pick a missing any length. It has to go with angle B. So it's 27.4 feet, or just 27.4. And then we can say, let's do sine of C, which is 102.3. Whoops, 102.3 over the missing C, so lowercase c. So we can find the missing C. So all you would do is just cross multiply. So it's C times sine of 28.7 degrees equals 27.4 times sine of 102.3. Okay, and then all you got to do is solve for C. Divide this by sine of 28.7. So you have C is about, when you put this in the calculator, you should have 50. I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places. So when I put that in the calculator, I get 55.75 feet. And why did I round it to 2 feet? Yes. Oh, couldn't I just round it to 57.8? I mean 55.8 because everything else is in decimal. So I think I should do that. 55.8 feet. Okay, so small c has a side length of 55.8 feet. Okay, so that's it. Now, how would you find missing side length leg A? And please don't try to do Pythagorean theorem because it will be wrong because I tried that before. And yeah, because Pythagorean only works for right triangles. So we'll still have to do law of sine. So maybe I could do sine of 49. And then it goes with side length A, so A equals, and then we could do sine of 28.7. And then that goes with side length B, which is going to be 27.4. Okay, cross multiply, so that's going to be A times sine of 28.7. And then this would be 27.4 times sine of 49. Divide this by sine of 28.7, sine of 28.7, and you get A is about 43.06 feet. So I guess you can say we'll surround it to 1 decimal, so 43.1. So that's all it is. You just need one unknown, and then missing, you just need side length and an angle. Okay. Let's do the next one. For the triangle, side leg A is 22 inches, leg B has 12 inches, and big A, or angle A, has 42 degrees. Find the remaining sides and angles. So it's I can't find angle C or B because I need at least 2 missing angles, right? So let's see here. Maybe if we could find, maybe if we did, there's several ways you could do this. Maybe I could do sine of 42 degrees, and then that goes with leg A, right? 42 goes with A. That's going to be 22 equals, and then what would I do? What do I want to find? Maybe I could find angle B. So we don't know what angle B is, so I'll just call that sine of B. And then that goes with leg B, just 12 inches. Go ahead and cross multiply. So that's 22 times sine of B equals 12 sine of 42 degrees, right? And I want to solve for angle B. So first I have to get rid of this 22. So I'm going to divide both sides by 22. Now I have sine of B. Is this whole thing 12 times sine of 42 over 22. Now I want to just get angle B, so I have to get rid of this sine, and the only way I'm going to do that is take the sine inverse. So I get B equals sine inverse of this whole thing, 12 sine of 42 degrees over 22 degrees. So just a little advice, when you put this in the calculator, make sure you put everything in parentheses. So like what I mean is put this entire numerator as a parentheses and put this entire denominator by parentheses. If you do that, you'll never get it wrong. And when I do that, I get that angle B is 21.41 degrees. .41. So angle B is 21. Let's just round it to one whole number, so 21. 21 degrees. Okay. Actually, let's just make it to 21.41. That's fine. Now we have that angle B, we have angle A. What would you find next? Angle C, right? Because you have two missing angles. I mean, you have two angles. So angle C. So angle C is pretty easy to find. You add 21.41 plus 42, which is that's 63.41 degrees plus we could say angle C equals 180. So subtract that from both sides. So 180 minus 63.41 is 116.59 degrees. Okay, so we have all our angles. We have B equals 12 inches and leg A is 22 inches. Let's find small c. So how will we do this? Yeah, also just remember all the lowercase just represents legs or side lengths. Okay, and then all the uppercase represent angles. So yeah, how do you find side length C? And I know it's tempting to do Pythagorean theorem, but it's not a right triangle, so we can't. So we're gonna have to do law of sine. So what could I do? Maybe I could do, let me put it here. Maybe we could do sine of 42 degrees over, and then 42 goes with 22. And then what can I do next? I want to find c, so we could do sine of 116, right? Sine of big C, which is 116.59 degrees. And then lowercase c, right? So go ahead and cross multiply. So that's going to be C times sine of 42 equals 22 sine of 116.59 degrees. And then what we do is divide both sides by sine 42 degrees. So you get C equals, when you put all this in the calculator, and make sure you use parentheses, you should get 29.40 inches. Okay, so this is 29.40 inches. Yep, that's pretty much it. Okay. Okay, so let's do the next. It says find two triangles for which A equals 12 meters, B equals 31 meters, and angle A is 20.5 degrees. So let's draw, let's draw a triangle. So 20.5, I don't think that's the biggest. So, and I know that, yeah, I don't think it's the biggest, so we can make the triangle like this. Our first triangle, right? They want two triangles, so we'll call this B1 because we'll have B2 for the next triangle. So let's see. Let's just look. Okay, so we'll say that angle A is 20.5 degrees, and that has a side length of 12 meters, right? And then angle B, I mean not angle B, but side length B is 31 meters. Let's find this missing angle. How could I find that? Yeah, we can't find C or B because we have only one angle. So let's find B1. So we could say sine of B1 over 31 equals sine of let's do sine of 20.5 over 12 meters, right? 20.5 goes with 12 meters. So cross multiply, so that would be 12 sine of B1 equals 31 sine of 20.5. And then divide both sides by 12. You get sine of B1 equals this. And then we got to get rid of this sign because we want to find B1. So take the sine inverse. So B1 equals sine inverse of this whole thing. 31 sine of 20.5 over 12. So when you do all the work, you should get 64.8. Okay, so B1 is 64.8, and we can find the angle C, right? So angle C is going to be, wait, So angle C is going to be angle C plus 64.8 plus 20.5, which is so 64.8 plus 20.5, that's 85.3. So it's 85.3 equals 180. Subtract 85.3. Angle C is 180 minus 85.3. That's 94.7. So angle C is 94.7. And what else can we find? Wait, let me circle B1 because in our new triangle, we're going to have a B2. So let's just now find our missing C. So we could do sine of 94.7 over, and then this is small c, so lowercase c equals, and then you can do, there's several ways you could do this. You could do sine of 64.8, and then this would be 31. Cross multiply, that would be c times sine of 64.8, and then this would be 31 sine of 94.7. Divide this by sine of 64.8. And you get C, small c, this is big C. So small c is about 23.93 meters. So this length here is 23.93. Okay, so you found your missing sides and your missing angles. Okay, so let's draw another triangle because you can draw two triangles. You can have two B1s. We can have two angle Bs. So maybe we can make B the biggest angle, right? So maybe we'll draw it like this. Instead of B1, we'll call this angle B2. And then we'll call this angle A. Looks angle A is here, and then this is 20.5. And then we'll call angle C. Wait, we don't know what angle C is, so we'll call it just C. And what else do we have? We know that B is 31, so this would be 31 meters. And yeah, so how 31 meters and, oh, this is 12 meters. So yeah, let's find B2. So we can do that by doing sine you can do, actually B2, you don't have to do a lot of sine because in a triangle, you know that a triangle should add up to 180, so, or you can think of, yeah, a triangle should add up to 180, so you can do So B2 can be equal to 180 minus minus B1, right? Because you have two angles, so a triangle, yeah, so you subtract it by B1, so that's 64.8. And that would give you 115.2 degrees. Okay. So yeah, we didn't have to define, we didn't have to use a law of sine to find B2, because if we did that, it would be the same thing as 64.8, right? So the reason why we did 180 is because a triangle should have to 180, so that's why. So this is 115.2, and then we could find angle C, right? So angle C would be 115.2 plus 20.5 plus C equals 180. So 115.2 plus 20.5, that's 135.7. So you do 180 minus that. So angle C is 44.3 degrees. So now that we have that, what are we going to do next? We have this meter, we are missing side length, we're missing small c, right? So let's find that. So to find small c, you're going to do a lot of sine. So you could do sine of 44.3 over small c equals sine of 115.2 over 31. So when you cross multiply, that would be, I'm running out of space, so let me put it here. So that would be C times sine of 115.2 equals 31 sine of 44.3. Divide this by sine of 115.2 sine of 115.2. You get C is going to be about 23.93. Let me put that in the calculator. 23.93. Yep, that's it. That's how you find two triangles. Okay, so the last one, it says, find the area of a triangular lot having two sides of length of 90 meters and 52 meters, and include an angle of 102 degrees. So here, that figure was given, B equals 52 meters and A equals 90 meters. And we have an angle of 102. So thing is, this is actually almost done for you, because all we got to do is use the correct formula. So if you go back, law of area of oblique is either 1, 2, 3, right? So they give us B and A and angle 102. So we're going to have to use this formula. Area equals what number? Equals 1/2 AB sine of C. Yep, we have actually everything. This is like actually given. So 1/2 A is 90 meters. B is 52. Sine of C is, angle C is 102 degrees. When you put it all together, it's about 2289 square meters. Okay, I guess that's it for this section. You have a great day. Bye-bye.